Guys, I hope this isn't too dark. I kind of have lights on and blinds open, so I hope this is good. But I wanted to do kind of a little bit of a different video today. I wanted to give you guys an author recommendation video, which I don't normally do on my channel, and more specifically, I wanted to recommend a group of 5 books that are by this author, because they're kind of a sort of sub-genre that she did. And they are 5, I don't know if you can see all of these, historical romantic fiction books by Eva Ibbotson. Eva Ibbotson, I feel like, is more well known for her children's books like Witch and Secret of Platform 13 and Island of the Aunts, books like that. But these are the books that I first read by her that I just completely fell in love with. And age recommendation wise, I would probably recommend these mostly for high school age girls, because that's how old I was when I read them, and I think that that's the target audience, because each of these books is set in a different historical time, and each of the main characters is a teenage girl, or, well, yeah, I would say young adult girls, like 16 to 18, 16 to 20, something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what each one of these books is about and which ones I like best, just because these books, I completely fell in love with these books when I was in high school, so I figured I would recommend them to other people, especially because I think they are severely underrated. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, the first book that I ever read in this group that is probably the one that's closest to my heart for that reason is A Countess Belowstairs, and I will read you guys the back of this one. It says, after the Russian Revolution turns her world topsy-turvy, Anna, a young Russian countess, has no choice but to flee to England. Penniless, Anna hides her aristocratic background and takes a job as a servant in the household of the esteemed Westerholm family. Armed only with an outdated housekeeping manual and sheer determination. Desperate to keep her past a secret, Anna is nearly overwhelmed by her new duties, not to mention her instant attraction to Rupert, the handsome Earl of Westerholm. To make matters worse, Rupert appears to be falling for her as well. As their attraction grows stronger, Anna finds it more and more difficult to keep her most dearly held secrets from unraveling. And then there's the small matter of Rupert's beautiful and nasty fiancé. This was the first one I read, and it was so good. And this was also my first introduction to historical fiction when I was younger. I think I read this probably my junior year of high school, and then after that is when I started getting into stuff, when I kind of graduated to stuff like Outlander by Diana Gabaldon and the Philippa Gregory novels. But yeah, this was a great introduction to historical fiction, and it's a really good romance too, because since it's aimed at teenagers, it's not over the top. Like, it's not considered like a adult romance novel, and it's not like erotic or anything. It's just kind of sweet and endearing. So yeah, that's why I really enjoyed this one, is probably because it was my first one, so just has a special place in my heart. And some of these, honestly, I don't remember reading, and I really, I remember reading them, but I don't really remember what my feelings were afterwards, so, I'm gonna try to reread all of these, maybe next year, and I think after that I'll probably pass them on to, like, Goodwill or the Salvation Army, because some of them are just not in very good condition anymore. Like, that is the bottom of Countess Belowstairs, and it's just not, I don't know, I think my original bookshelf has some sort of something growing on it, and I need to get another one, or at least build the extra one that I have to put all those books on the new one, because, yeah, but anyway, that's a tangent. Okay, so the next one is A Song for Summer, and this one says 18-year-old Ellen never expected the Hellendorf school to be, well, quite so unusual. After all, her life back in England with her suffragette mother and liberated aunts certainly couldn't be called normal. But buried deep in the beautiful Austrian countryside, Ellen discovers an eccentric world occupied by wild children and even wilder teachers, experimental dancers, and a tortoise on wheels. And then there is the particularly intriguing, enigmatic, and very handsome Merrick, part-time gardener and fencing teacher. Ellen is instantly attracted to the mysterious gardener, but Hitler's Reich is already threatening their peaceful world. Only when she discovers Merrick's true identity and his dangerous mission does Ellen realize the depth of her feelings for him and the danger their newfound love faces in the shadow of war. So yeah, I love these because they're all kind of set during different historical times, and it's really cool. Okay, next up we have The Reluctant Heiress. I believe this was the last one of hers that I read, and it appears to be the shortest. And it's also, I think, the one that's in the best condition, which kind of shows that it's the most recent one that I read. But anyway, being an heiress in 1920s Austria, with nothing but a broken-down castle to your name and nary a penny to your purse, could be frustrating for anyone but the Princess Teresa Maria of Pfaffenstein? I don't know how you say that. Tessa, however, is thrilled with her situation, as it allows her to concentrate on her love of the arts, and no one in the Viennese opera company need know that their delightful and charming under-wardrobe mistress is really a princess. But when the dashing self-made millionaire Guy Farn arrives at the opera in search of suitable entertainment for his high society guests, Tessa realizes that there may be more to life and love than just music. And while the attraction between them is undeniable, Guy's insufferable snob of a fiancé only solidifies Tessa's determination to keep her true identity a secret. Yet after a chance meeting with the handsome Englishman, Tessa's reserve begins to melt, and she starts to wonder if it's too late for a fairy tale ending. This just sounds, it was good when I was reading it, but also reading the synopsis again makes me realize how similar this seems to Countess Belowstairs, and I think when I read it, I did enjoy the characters, but I think I liked Countess Belowstairs better, because it was a very similar story, and that was the one I'd read first, but I did really enjoy this when I read it. Okay, next we have The Morning Gift, and rereading the synopsis for this one, I realized that this is probably one of the ones I'm looking most forward to rereading, and I'm sorry about the glare. There's a glare on the cover there. But anyway, I will read you guys the back of this one. 20-year-old Ruth Berger is desperate. The daughter of a Jewish Austrian professor, she was supposed to have escaped Vienna before the Nazis marched into the city. Yet the plan went completely wrong, and while her family and fiancé are waiting for her in safety, Ruth is stuck in Vienna with no way to escape. Then she encounters her father's younger colleague, the dashing British paleontologist Quinn Somerville. Together they strike a bargain, a marriage of convenience to be annulled as soon as they return to safety. But dissolving the marriage proves to be more difficult than either of them thought, not the least because of the undeniable attraction Quinn and Ruth share. To make matters worse, Ruth is enrolled in Quinn's university in his very classes. Can their secret survive, or will circumstances destroy their love? So, reading these, I realized that they kind of focus much more on the love story than the individual characters, which I'm hoping when I actually read them, I'm going to be wrong, but I don't know. That's okay, but yeah, I was kind of hoping for more about the main character than the love story, but hopefully there will be a good focus on that. But yeah, they just all sound really good, and I think, I might be wrong, but I think Eva Ibbotson is from Austria, and that's why most of her stuff in these books, that's why most of these books are centered in Austria, or at least have Austrian characters in them. except for Countess Belowstairs. And then last but not least, and this is one of my favorites, which is why I saved it for last, is A Company of Swans. It says, for 19-year-old Harriet Morton, life in 1912 Cambridge is as dry and dull as a biscuit. Her stuffy academic father and her oppressive Aunt Louisa allow her only one outlet, ballet. There in Madame Lavar's famed school, Harriet is finally able to come to life for a few hours each week, when a Russian ballet master comes to class searching for dancers to fill the core of his ballet company before their South American tour. Harriet's world changes. He chooses her to be the 18th Swan, defying her father's wishes and narrowly escaping the clutches of the man who wishes to marry her. Harriet sneaks off to join the Russian ballet on their journey to the Amazon. There, in the wild, lush jungle, they perform swan-like in grand golden opera houses for the wealthy and culture-deprived rubber barons, and Harriet meets Ram Verney, the handsome and mysterious British exile who owns the most ornate opera house. Utterly enchanted by both the exotic surroundings and by Ram's affections, Harriet is swept away by her new life, completely unaware that her father and would-be fiancé have begun to track her down. Yeah, this one was really good when I read it, because I remember really liking this particular love story, and also I remember how much I hated her fiancé, like the guy she was engaged to in the beginning, because his character is 100% slime bucket, and I remember reading it, and I really like it when books have characters like that. Like, I love when books have characters who you love to love, but also characters who you just hate with every fiber of your being. I think that that's great that authors can do that. So, yeah, this was a particular favorite when I read it. And these were all, most of these were published in the 80s, and I think Song for Summer was actually published in 97, but then they were all redone in these newer pretty editions in 2007. I think they were all published in the same year. I don't know. What I'm thinking is that they were all out of print for a while before that, and then they were just newly done over. And I really like all 5 of these and highly recommend them, especially Countess Belowstairs and Company of Swans and The Morning Gift. And I'm just really looking forward to rereading these. So yeah, this was just a random author recommendation. If you guys want to know any more about these, please let me know down in the comments, or if anyone else has read these, I would love to know what you guys thought, because I feel like these are really underrated, and I've never met anyone else who's read them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.